Legends in Training is an adult D&D podcast. Please see content warnings and more in the description.
Welcome back to another episode of Legends in Training. We are back to the Chronicles of Mavala. I am your DM, Dakota.
I'm Zack. It's nice to see you playing Mr. Pockets again, and I've got to go help my kids.
All right, it's Caitlin, and I'm playing Gladio. We're probably gonna hang out with Ned and go to the tavern, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm Tyler. I'm playing Nedrick, a little fairy.
Just a little fairy.
Just a little fairy. Just a little fairy druid, actually. I'm hanging out with my big friend here. That's it. That's what I do.
I wish you'd stop calling me your big friend.
I wouldn't do that. I'm not.
I'm Phoenix, and I'm playing Daphne, and we are very excited to be with our papa again while we cry over our god treating us like an insecure girlfriend.
That would be because you are. This is Madison, and I am playing Valsatra Furdu. I want to know where my family is.
Last time on Legends in Training.
That means it's time to fight.
Hell yeah. I make like Leonidas from 300, and I jump off of the pillar, and I raise my flame tongue into the air, and I go to stab down the ice one.
I'm going to slither up to the top of a pillar and just leap all the way to them and attempt to constrict. And then as he lands, he starts at the shoulder toward the top of his neck and wraps his arms all the way around into him, and his head is down probably where his peener is.
You want to turn into the Hellhound?
Yeah, I knew you had that dog in you.
It looks like it's turning into a petting zoo, folks. Hope you brought your feed. Frost Giant is just taking a guiding bolt to the chest. How do you want to end this?
I think I stab into his leg, and I look at the fire giant, and I point to him. You're next.
After seeing Mr. Pockets take out his gladiator brother, Cog just brings down his greatsword twice on Mr. Pockets.
Mr. Pockets melts back into the head hole of the frost giant, going unconscious.
I'm going to go ahead and go climb inside the head of this giant. I'm going to go cast Cure Wounds.
And he brings his greatsword up, looking at Mr. Pockets once more.
He can get me in one. Here we go, folks.
Daphne, you hear a voice. Now this is how you play with fire. And as the giant goes to swing down his greatsword, the great sword stops in midair and his hands swing through the motion. And the sword pivots and comes straight down the back of the neck of the fire giant. The fall of Kraken Cog will bring about a new challenge. But until then, good night, everyone. And you see the stadium start clearing out. You guys make your way back to the rundown armory where y'all started. And y'all have a few minutes here.
Hell yeah.
I'm not a dog anymore.
Was there any cool little shiny things on Crack or Claw?
Would you have taken time to go through their pockets?
I
Mr.
think
Pockets.
Mr. Pockets would. I think he would have given a cursory glance. I don't know if he would have gone through the pockets.
While you were
still
inside that
focused.
frost giant, he had a gold tooth.
Fuck yeah, I ripped that out.
There you go.
Put it in my pocket. I wear it as like a Flava Flav clock necklace.
It's about the size of a bowling ball.
Hell
Probably
yeah.
about as heavy as one too.
Hell yeah.
When we all get back in, can I cast mass healing word for everybody?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to react like when someone gets healed in Baldur's Gate.
8.
So everyone heals 8 points.
Val took no damage the entire time.
Mr. Pockets took some damage.
Mr. Pockets saw God.
Mr. Pockets saw the Goblin King for a brief second. But it's okay.
Gladio, we made it through another fight. I don't want to do those no more.
Never again.
I think we all did wonderful.
I wish I
we
could be
wanna-
a bigger snake.
Do we want to talk about what happened though? Like,
Oh, I'm not going to question it.
Yeah, I sliced it right in the back of the knee and it died.
What's the
definitely,
name of,
Ned,
what's the
you
name of the
did
guy?
it.
The leader,
Whoever the fuck took us here.
Kelsey?
Where the fuck is Calloway?
Calloway. Funny you should mention.
Oh, God.
So
fuck.
as you're all catching your breath, you
he's
do
like,
your little
"Oh."
mass healing word. You hear a slow clap from down the hallway. You guys put on one fantastic show.
I'm going to throw a dagger at him.
as he walks through the doorway and leans up against it.
Can I
all
throw a
cocky.
dagger at the wall next to his head?
You
I mean, just barely
off.
missing. I want to just barely miss this shit.
Sure.
That's the goal.
Sure.
On purpose, I want to barely miss. I could have, but I didn't. That's the message.
And the dagger lands next to his head, and he looks at it. He pulls it free, goes, now, one should be careful with their toys. And he walks up and he grabs your hand and puts it in your hand.
I'm going to punch him. My whole fist clenches
Now.
up.
Mr. Kelsey will be here any moment. Is everyone good? I saw some of y'all took a few hits out there. We got some pots here that y'all could.
Can I get like a glass of wine?
Don't talk to him.
Oh, well, he asked.
Don't talk to him.
And he grabs this little crate and takes the lid off, and it's got some health pots in it. Y'all can down as many as you want. There's like a dozen here. Everyone feels a little rejuvenated. You're all back at full health. You don't have spell slots back or anything, but you're not about to pass out or anything.
That's good. That's good.
I hate it here.
Same.
Mr. Kelsey walks in, and Mr. Kelsey goes, "That was a wonderful performance you've all put on, and you've definitely shown that you have the mettle for this. With that being said, I did say you would be traveling with a party of my picking to help fetch my beast. So, without further ado, of course, my party will be led by Calloway here."
Oh, fuck me.
I like Calloway.
We do not like
Oh,
Calloway.
okay. We don't like Calloway.
No.
It's okay. I don't mind being the babysitter.
Y'all hear Val's neck like crack.
You hear Mr. Pockets slowly crack his neck towards him and is like, I'm the babysitter.
He is the babysitter.
He's the babysitter.
The next member of this party will be Blackjack. You hear 2 feet land behind you all, and you turn around and you see this Harangon, rabbit folk, who is dressed in dark cloaks, leathers. You don't know if he dyes his fur dark or if he just has naturally dark fur. Blackjack here is trained in the art of using the shadow to his advantage. And Blackjack speaks up. "Well, it's a pleasure to meet you all. Looking forward to working with you."
As are we.
Charmed.
Rabbit Gladio's like,
Kelsey speaks up. After Blackjack is Jeff. Now he's a bit rough around the edges. He's new. He's a little wet behind the ears, but when push come to shove, he has proven his worth around here. And you see just this average-looking human with a shaved head just walk through the door. Normal armor, sword on his hip, just a normal guy. He goes, "Name's Jeff. Pleasure.
Hi, Jeff.
Can't wait to work with all of you."
Ned goes and floats up to Gladio's shoulder again and just sits down and puts his hood over his head and whispers to Gladio, "I got a bad feeling about Jeff. I got a real bad one."
it's just
Jeff
a
actually
guy.
walks up to Val and goes to shake your hand, and then Calloway pops Jeff's hand. No. We don't have to do all of that.
I have never popped you like that.
Oh,
It's
I'm
a
sorry.
delight.
Just-
No, it's my pleasure. Actually, Jeff, was it? Jeff?
yeah,
and what
Jeff's
do you
my
do,
name.
Jeff?
Whatever they need me to do around here. I'm just kind of a jack of all trades.
A jack of all
Or
trades.
Jeff of all trades.
Delightful.
Jeff of all trades, master of none.
Valsaltia Furdu. It's an absolute delight.
Jeff looks at Calloway,
Don't
looks at you.
ignore him. He doesn't fucking matter.
He reaches out and shakes
Yeah,
your
there we
hand.
go.
And you get this you see the little gleam in his eye and a little smile come up on his face. Jeff's a little innocent boy.
My wings flap.
Jeff looks at you
Be
and goes,
nice.
You might be
You
a
can't
redneck."
dislike everybody that's cute.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
And then Kelsey speaks up again. And lastly is my muscle, Leah.
Let's say it
Let's say
again.
it again.
Leah. And you see this large half-orc woman walk through, or she has to duck through the doorway as she walks through. And she is muscular. She is buff. She's got this long flowing black hair with braids in it. And her 2 tusks, one of them is chipped.
Ned,
Now that's a pleasure to me.
Ned falls off of Gladio's shoulder face first at a rate faster than most things fall.
Val's hand is up. Respectfully. God damn!
I second that.
Picking Ned up, you'll drown. No.
Leah looks
I wanna
around.
die.
You see that she dons a great axe on her back, and she makes eye contact with each of y'all, and she stops at Gladiolus and goes, "Fuzzy,
It's a meet.
cute."
It's a meet to pleasure you. It's a pleasure to meet you.
But it looks like Gladiolus goes, "Fuzzy, it's cute."
Thinks I'm cute, Ned. His little tail's like,
That's you wiping your mouth.
Now, all of a sudden, Gladio starts purring? What the fuck?
Kelsey speaks up and goes, now that everyone has been brought together in this merry band and introduced, and you see Calloway lean over and start whispering in his ear. And it's hard to make out. You can't really tell. And he goes, understood. And Mr. Kelsey speaks up again and goes, I seem to be mistaken. There is one more person who has been picked to join this party. Yet another new-ish member. They've moved up a bit. But if you will, go ahead and please enter. You watch as this Verdant humanoid walks through. Daphne, this is your father.
Papa!
The fuck?
Daphne immediately runs over to him like a child and wraps her arms around his neck. Papa, did you see what I did? Did you see it? You saw it, right?
I did.
Wait a minute. What are you doing here? Don't worry about that. Did you see what I did? Are you proud of me?
I saw.
Are you proud of me?
I am. I'm glad you're safe.
Are you proud of me?
You can't get it from none of your dads.
Yes.
Thank you.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
It's a long story. We'll talk later.
Daphne's like has her arm wrapped around his. It's like, this is my papa.
Gladio, this is no one else can hear. Daphne's got family with the enemy.
You don't look like her daddy.
Oh, no.
What are you trying to say? No, I can't hear this.
They're both Verdants.
But you're cuter. But you're so cute. You got with your bangs.
She has to
What you do notice is that your dad's left arm is adorned with a tattoo you haven't seen before. It looks tribal-esque with runes inlaid.
Papa, I feel like she grabs his hand very forcefully, like, what's this? Why does it look like this? And just like moving him around. Where'd you get it?
We can let's let Mr. Kelsey finish what he has to say. Mr. Kelsey speaks up. What a touching family reunion. Now, on to business. Here are 2 remotes my artificers have invented. You see, our beasts are equipped with perimeter collars that kindly keep their beasts in check. It seems our newest addition managed to overpower this device and escape. These remotes will allow you to activate the collar at full capacity, rendering the beast unconscious. Given the strength of the collars, it should fall soundly asleep in just under a minute. There is one last catch, though. You have to be within 5 to 10 feet of the collar. Kelsey looks at Calloway. Calloway, when the beast has been subdued, he hands Calloway a bracelet. Activate this, and we'll know your exact location and fetch her in the cargo airship. Looks at the rest of you. Questions?
Concerns, really.
Comments.
What is it?
What are we looking
You
for?
keep brushing it past that. And I think we kind of really need to know what it is.
I think the surprise of it itself would just be fascinating.
I don't
Who
think you're
doesn't know?
Oh, I know.
How you people retain members is beyond me. Anyway.
Low standards, except for Leah.
Leah looks at you.
Watch my tone. No. Not talking about
Check your tone.
Because I'm going to get thrown. Nah.
Any other questions besides that one?
I just want to get this thing on the road.
I say,
Yeah, we're
let's
ready to go.
Me too.
We gotta go.
Calloway looks at all of you. He goes, would anyone like to hold the second one?
Me?
No, I'll take that.
Me. The cleric.
I'll take that.
Me.
Give it to Mr. Pockets.
Val just snatches it from him.
Temper.
Well, he's not making it back.
So, you guys are led back out to that massive garage that you passed through. This is where you guys can supply up. You get not just a pull behind wagon, you get like I wanted to say caravan, but it's not that. It's a much larger wagon,
It's a caravan.
an enclosed wagon that can hold 8 people on the inside, 2 people riding, driver, shotgun, etc. You all supply up. There's a crate of health pots that are grabbed, enough for everyone to grab 2 health pots each.
Hell yeah.
Would you guys like to rest up before you set out?
We can nap on the wagon.
Yeah, we can take shifts.
So, we'll say that Blackjack and Leah take the wheel first.
Aw, why does he get to go with Leah? That's not fair.
Blackjack goes, well, if any of you guys want to ride, I'm fine with taking a nap. I'm better used elsewhere. Does anyone else want to ride with Leah?
Gladios, go.
What do you mean?
Go.
I gotta stay with Ned.
Doesn't Ned technically count
Mr.
as like
Pocket
your
sits with
person?
Leah,
There you go.
and it's just wanting to go fast.
So, you guys set out. You are about 3-ish days from Keyshire. Is there anything that y'all would like to do in your 3 days of travel? Anything at campsite?
I want to talk to my god.
Sure.
Fuck
I don't really
yeah.
want to talk to my god. I just want to drop off this tooth.
Go ahead. He's been maintaining a solid connection with you for this day, so we'll say by just keeping an eye on you and everything. So sure.
Cool. Okay.
Ring, ring.
It's like, traveler. Hello?
Yes, darling.
Knock, knock. Oh, you're here. Sorry. Did you see what I did? Did you see it?
I did. Remember, I commented on it.
Do you have anything to do with that, though?
To do with what?
The ending strike? You can tell me.
Ending.
Wasn't really subtle.
I mean, it looked like an accident to me.
I'm not saying that it could have been more subtle.
You could possibly think it was moi.
No, you're probably too busy with Doug.
Yes, Doug keeps me way too busy. It was amazing though, right? You saw that, right?
I've
It was great.
freaking loved it. I knew you were going to help me. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
I told you, you're one of my favorites.
Favorites.
Doug just needs a little extra hand now and then.
But am I better than Doug?
You're one of my favorites.
Am I better than Doug?
You're
not
in 2 completely different categories.
Am I better than Doug?
You're in 2 completely different categories.
They're not answering the
I
question.
am so proud of you.
That's all I
God,
wanted.
that worked.
Real Phoenix is about to cry.
That's all I wanted. So now we'll be talking more.
Well, not always. Like I said, I have other disciples. I have other followers.
More
But I made it a
important-
point to give you this day.
I
So if there's
appreciate
more
it.
you'd like to talk about, now's the time.
No, actually, I just appreciate that. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you, and I'll be in touch. Sure, it's whatever. It's fine. Thanks. Thanks. I feel like
Good job today.
That's all I wanted.
Now, off you go. Go get some rest.
Well, now he's
You've had a
kicking
long
me out.
day of running. Toodaloo.
I feel like that was a jab at me, but okay. I feel like she just cussed the calls like that. I think he just called me a coward.
Ew.
Mr. Pockets,
Traveler.
what would you like to do?
Some night, I want to sneak off into the woods or something and do my little ritual to dump off this, the shiny sword that I got from the armory and this tooth to my king.
Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Are you actively trying to get away from everyone?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Oh, I have lucky. I forgot it last session. I'm gonna use my net a second. Oh, I'm gonna use my very last luck point. I just used all of my luck in a span of 2 seconds. There it is, 25.
Fuck yeah.
All right. To the best of your knowledge, you are alone.
Cool. I dig my little etchings into the ground and I put my shiny things there and I begin to start chanting in Goblin.
And after a moment passes, once again, you've caught the Goblin King messing with his shinies. He goes, oh, this one's nice. This one goes over here. This one's over. Hello? Yes? Ah, I see you're back again. So soon?
Big tooth. And he just removes his big golden necklace tooth.
He goes, oh, this might be the best one you've brought me yet.
Shiny sword.
You do great work. Now off with you.
Yes, sir. And I dig a hole into the outside world. Because this realm doesn't make sense.
Without your knowing, as you come back, you feel a little tap tap on your shoulder. And you turn around and it's Blackjack. He goes, Where are you off to? What was that all about?
Must make shiny sacrifices for the king.
For what king?
He takes his hands and he rubs them over his head and becomes his happy Mr. Pockets persona. He goes, well, friend, I have to make deals with the Goblin King that I get my power from. I give him all the shinies, and he gives me powers like this. And I summon a bonfire because that's the cool cantrip I took.
He goes, well, all right. To each their own. I was just keeping an eye on you, that's all.
That's fine. I'm not doing nothing that don't hurt nobody.
Fair is fair.
You wouldn't happen to have anything shiny on you, would you?
Well, I mean, I guess I don't need them. I got these little, I got a fresh tent kit, and it comes with the little stakes. There's shiny metal.
That's a good start.
I hope it helps.
Of course. And I wrap my hands around
I tend to
the shinies.
find myself in a burrow or log or something anyways. I prefer to sleep in the nature.
Log. That is a funny word. You're a funny kid. I like you.
Well, I'm off to bed.
Good night, little rabbit. Pat him on the head.
Okay, good night. And he bounds away.
That's what he hears as he's running away. And the sun slowly fades away and just these bright purple eyes are just all you see in the distance as I find some kind of tree to climb into the hole of an owl's burrow.
Do we see Blackjack like rushing back to camp?
Oh no, he's hidden. While you're hanging out with Oxen. Oxen is her dad's name, by the way.
I'm hanging out with the oxen pulling the cart. I'm like, you don't seem like a dad.
Oh no, they're giant goats.
Fuck yeah. I love
Giant
a good
fuzzy
giant
goats.
goat.
But Mr. Pockets calls them oxen.
There's a white one, there's a brown one, there's a charcoal one, there's one that's ginger colored.
Ooh, I like that
I
one.
don't like that one. That one's not good.
Oh.
That one doesn't have a soul.
But while you're sitting there with your dad, he goes, so how did you get tied up in all of this?
Literally, or how did I get here? Because
How did you end up at the Founding Forge?
So
I thought you left for good.
no, I've been with my friends. Well, when I left, I found this wonderful group, and we've been kind of co-workers in it around and helping people and protecting people. And now, how I ended up here. Your friend, the one that Val is, I guess, like
Callaway.
Callaway, yeah, the one that Val's like intertwined with, like
Yeah, they got history. They went to school or something together.
Is it like steamy history though? Like spill it.
You ask your dad.
Ask your dad to spill some steamy history.
It's hard to tell.
Okay. Well, your friend literally did drug us and dropped us in here.
Did he?
Yeah. I think I have a bruise somewhere. I don't know, but that's how I got here. And we're gonna go back and save the town. So I'm glad we can do this together. I missed you. I missed my dad, you know?
I've missed you too. But I mean, after you left, I couldn't stop fighting in the pits. It was the easiest way to make money for me and your mother.
Well,
And without your aid, I had to find other means to give me the boost, the upper hand in the arena.
I don't remember any more clerics. At least not ones that would help you the way I would. So how did you get help?
Well, that's where this is from.
Tattoo?
Pulls out a bazooka.
Any gestures at the tattoo? I've made a deal. I prayed to every god I knew of, and not one answered my prayers.
That means something, Dad.
Regardless, I'm not sure of the nature of what is granting me these powers, but as long as I continue to fight and draw blood, I continue to hold these powers.
And if you stop, is it just the powers that go away?
No, the contract is my life is on the line. So this hunt falls within the lines of the contract.
Is there a way we can get you out of the contract? I don't know why you, I know I was gone, but you could have.
I don't blame you for it, but you left. We had ends to meet.
Don't worry, Dad. We'll get you out of that. Don't worry about it. I believe in us. And we haven't lost yet.
That's just it. I don't think I want out.
I don't think Mom would like that.
We don't have a lot of options.
You have options. Don't worry about it. We'll get you out of it, and then we'll put you and Mom in a nice town where you don't have to fight anymore. Don't worry about it. I got you.
It's a nice dream to have.
It's a dream we'll make come true. That'll be on my next bucket list. And then I'll actually stay this time.
You know, that's one of my favorite things about you. Your endless hope.
I love you. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that you come out of this alive.
I love you too. But you've had a long day, so I think it's time you got some rest.
Technically, I don't rest with this cloak of eyes. Like, while my eyes are closed, like while I'm trying to fall asleep, I can still see everything. But, yeah, sure.
And y'all will call it good night.
She is sleeping next to her dad, on her dad, really.
I don't know why you're looking at me. She's not talking to him.
Anyone else?
Ned and Gladio are hanging out.
Yeah. Hey, Gladio, I got something to talk to you about.
What is it, buddy?
I don't. And is it safe to assume we're
Would they
taking
let
watch
us?
solo?
Yeah, sure.
I don't think it's safe to assume that at any point we're not being watched.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this in Druid then, just to hope that there's a.
I sprouted a daisy. Yes, I agree. They do seem strange.
I don't know if you've noticed. I mean, we have this whole plan, right? We know where we stand with these founding Forge peeps. I do kind of worry about how relentlessly close Daphne is to her father.
I'm just a little concerned that he was here in the first place. She doesn't seem concerned, though.
I got a bad feeling.
So either she didn't tell us, or she doesn't see what this means.
Let's keep an eye on it.
Do you think she'd leave us for her dad?
Probably. Family ties can be strong.
Aren't we orphans?
But we're close. We're close,
You You're my brother.
Exactly. Ned's sad. Ned's sad orphan boy now.
Sorry, I thought we were both orphans. My bad.
Oh, a tiny little
Yeah,
cup.
we're both orphans.
Leah is just sharpening her great axe by the fire.
Hello. Stay there.
Smash.
Smash.
Cool. So call it a night. Shifts take place, etc. Move through the night. Any other stops before we arrive at Keyshire?
I think if there's another stop, Mr. Pockets is going to gut all of us.
Yes. When I tell you that Val's not talking to him. Val's staying with Mr. Pockets.
Yo, Mr.
wanna
Pockets,
hang out with us?
Can we
Yeah,
just
that's
do
you,
that?
yeah.
Ned and Gladio are cool.
Yeah.
She's kind of up her daddy's ass right now, but
Yeah.
Hey.
Val's hanging with her friends.
Oh no, there's shitty banter every now and then.
Of course there is.
We're just not gonna go through all of it.
Because it's the exact same thing. It's go fuck yourself.
So, about early to midday on that third day, you finally find yourselves encroaching on Keyshire. As you see the front gate, you see that the guards around here have doubled. One of the massive double doors has actually been damaged, and it looks like it's in mid-repair. And as you get up to the entrance, one of the guards halts you. Stop there. Who speaks for you?
Val's getting off. Hello? You ready to go in?
Oh.
I'd like to go see my family.
Just one moment, and then he signals to another guard, and you'll probably wait 4 or 5 minutes. And then you see Commander Bluefin walking through the main entrance.
Hi, Commander.
He walks up with his hands behind his back, and he looks at Val up and down. He looks at Ned. He looks at Gladiolus. He goes, we've got enough to clean up around here. Are you three here to cause trouble?
Commander, when have I ever?
Oh, maybe just that time you got arrested.
Which time?
Calloway butts in. You've been arrested?
Where's my parents?
How many times have you been arrested?
Commander Bluefin, what happened? As one of the children of the leading families for, the entire agricultural section, I would like to know how my people are doing. I do have a responsibility that needs to be upheld. Can we get through the gates, please?
Do you need like a better opinion? Because there's people on here who haven't been to jail.
I was wrongfully accused. That was your fault. You should have been in jail.
I
No one knew
technically
that.
didn't commit a crime.
Yeah, he's just a ride or
Guilty by
die.
association.
I didn't do anything.
I have no problems with any of
Mr.
you.
Pockets, what a pleasure.
A pleasure to see you again, Commander.
I just
Bluegill.
want you
How's
to
your
be-
boy?
He's doing well. He's helping with the cleanup, but I just want you to know, rest assured, all the children are safe. So is Miss Worcestershire. That's Mrs. W.
Yes, that
And
is what they most call
and
her.
so are your helpers. They're all doing the whole staff, the kids. Unfortunately, it happened at night, so the daycare was closed.
That's good.
Of the census we've taken, none of the children were harmed.
Am I all right to come through?
Are they with you?
If I said yes, would there be a problem with me coming through? Because I'll
believe
say
us.
no.
I'm fine, right? Commander.
Mr. Pockets is here to help. How about the rest of you?
Of course, I'm here to help.
Yeah, we're here to help.
Always here to help.
We came back as soon as we heard that things were going down.
He looks past you and he goes, "Who are these others with you?"
They can stay outside.
This is my dad.
That's
so
Leah.
Calloway speaks up. I don't think so. We're staying together.
I only play one
here,
of them.
We're here as party of 10, all accounted for.
We didn't make reservations for that.
Sorry.
We have agreed to work with this group of people to try and capture the beast that caused all of this.
Well, Mr. Pockets, if you don't mind, I'd like to put them in your charge. You're responsible for them. I trust you, and I know you'll do right.
Well, there's this one little rabbit fella who keeps darting around. He's really hard to keep up with. I don't mind the other people, but that one's real hard to keep up with.
Blackjack walks up. He goes, "I won't be a problem."
Okay. I guess that's enough. That convinces me. All right, everybody, let's go in holding our hands.
Yes.
And you are all allowed entrance into Keyshire.
Only if you hold hands.
We're holding hands.
I don't see why they keep saying that I was even arrested. You know, they just put me in a little lantern.
I was framed by that green one over there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't lie.
Maybe you shouldn't be doing crimes.
I
You ever
wasn't.
thought about that? Papa, let's go to the Cauldron Inn. And I'll get you a drink. I wonder if they have that one drink I had. It was something magic Long Island or whatever. Let's go. We're gonna go. We'll see you all there. Hopefully. Maybe not.
Oxen looks over at Calloway. Calloway just kind of nods at him. Seems like Calloway's the one in charge. He's just asking the party leader if it's cool to split up the gang. So Oxen goes, absolutely. I'd love to catch up over a drink.
Arm in arm, skipping, or is her skipping, him walking normally.
As you and your father go and venture through the town a bit, because like any good tavern or inn/inn, located towards the center. Just passively looking, stuff is destroyed. Some buildings are knocked over. You can see that the townspeople are covered in sweat and dirt and grime. It seems like it's just a all hands on deck, everyone is pitching in kind of situation.
Let's go in and ask some questions. Maybe they have a little bit more on whatever we're supposed to be fighting, and we'll get a drink while we're at it. Good.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
As y'all make y'all's way to the Cauldron's Rest, we'll kick back to the other 8 of you standing here. What's everyone doing?
Well, I don't really want to see the fight ring guy, and police aren't too big a fan of us. Why don't, before we head to the tavern, let's just go see how the shops are doing. Maybe check up on the old flower shop.
I love the flower shop.
Yeah, so we head to the flower shop.
Leah just speaks up. I'm going to get a drink.
Well,
Yes, ma'am.
You go get a drink with your lady.
have fun.
And Leah just walks off.
Weren't we supposed to, do you think Daphne will watch her?
Maybe. I'd like to go to the flower shop.
Flower shop. Yep.
Okay.
Blackjack actually speaks up. He goes, oh, there's a flower shop around here?
Yeah. It's run by this real soft guy. His name's Wolby. He's an absolute sweetheart.
Well, I'd love to see what kind of plants they have.
Okay.
And so you two and Blackjack go hopping away. And
Isn't
then
that
we
on the
have
opposite shoulder?
Mr. Pockets, Val.
Why don't we go check on the daycare, and then we can ABC our way through town?
My thoughts exactly. Running, sprinting.
All
And
fours.
Valsatra is just walking. Like it's a brisk walk, but it's like a good controlled, like hard posture walk.
Calloway looks at you and goes, is this going to take long?
It doesn't matter if it does. If you care
Well, the
about
sooner we get this over with, the sooner we can move on. Jeff, you're with me. Come on.
All right, dude.
But as you guys do make your way over to the flower shop, you see a similar sign. The flower shop has been closed, but his sign says something different. Mr. Woolby's sign says, we are closed. If you need anything immediately, you can find myself at the daycare.
I didn't know Wolby could write. Good for him.
It's actually in children's handwriting. Some of the E's are backwards. It's cute.
Oh, he must have got some of his kids to do it. Okay, well, it seems like his shop was also kind of hit, so, he might be someone good to ask about what the heck's going on.
Maybe we can help him rebuild it.
I'd like that.
Mr. Wolby's a good man, Savannah.
What is your
good
relationship
man.
with Mr. Woolby?
How old is Wolby?
We don't know.
Like you know how we are like little orphans.
Yeah. Wolby has been running that flower shop for a minute. So I'd imagine when we were little orphans, he was still there. And you know what? He had so many kids because he was had all those foster kids and everything. We were probably friends with a lot of those little tadpoles.
Yeah, absolutely.
We ate dinner there a lot.
Yeah.
So with your history with Woolby, you do know, since he has a lot of experience helping with kids and raising a multitude of kids at a time, it seems like a great place for his talents to be.
Fair enough. I look to Gladio and Blackjack. Daycare?
Oh, that's real unfortunate. I was hoping he might have some exotic stuff I could inquire about, but if he's there, he'd be a great person to talk to at least about his inventory.
Wonderful.
I guess we're going to go see Mr. Pockets.
I have a feeling he's already there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's been there. He's been there.
So, Val, Calloway, Jeff, and Mr. Pockets will, of course, arrive at the daycare first.
Oh, yeah.
As
Because you guys beeline, whereas they took a detour.
as Mr. Pockets is pounding his way towards the daycare, does it look like it's in solid condition?
As Captain Bluefin informed you earlier, the daycare was not damaged, and that because it happened, the catastrophe happened in the middle of the night, it was not occupied at the time. So, pretty lucky all around. As you come up on this daycare, there's a bit more space around it than most of these buildings that are touching. This daycare has pretty much been here since day one of this city. You can tell that the architecture is a little bit older, but the daycare was obviously given more space to allow the kids more room to roam. You pretty much get the census, and from y'all's knowledge of the town, as the town was being built and grown, daycare was much of an essential need as anything else. So that way, families that come in and open shop and plant their roots right here, there was a place for their kids to go while they ran the family business, and so on and so forth. So this daycare has been standing for quite some time. So as you approach this daycare, it is surrounded with a little bit extra property, and there's a nice fence that goes around it. It is a little bit stronger than your average wooden fence, of course, because of the variety of children who do come through this daycare. But it's simply to keep them from wandering off when it's playtime outside. And as you see, it's got this arch-shaped double doors as you walk up. What do you do?
Are there kids outside right now?
It's mid-morning, so closer to midday. So you get, it's probably playtime right about now. So you hear some laughter, you hear some kids playing games, you hear some kids counting. Might be some hide and seek. You hear some tag. You're it. Nuh-uh, you didn't touch me.
A large smile goes over Mr. Pocket's face as his body begins to twist and change, and he gets shorter. His fur becomes colored, and he looks almost clown-like, but if a teddy bear was a clown, with really, really long arms. And he leaps over the fence, and I cast prestidigitation to make sense of like baked goods and sparks of fireworks and everything. And he looks at everyone and goes, "Hey kids, Mr. Pockets is here!"
And there's just an eruption of screams and laughters. Mr. Pockets is back. Mrs. Worcestershire. The kids can't say her full name correctly.
They do their best.
Mr. Pockets is here.
Yep, it's me.
And as you walk around, you see the little the four helpers, the goblins, ketchup, mustard, mayo, and honey. They're running around with the kids. Some of the kids were probably, fighting. They're trying to pull them apart, but some of these kids, even as children, are match size, if not more, with these goblins. Everyone's got their hands full. And out the back door, Miss Worcestershire. Why'd you give me this
the
name?
The adults can't say it either.
How old is Miss Worcestershire?
She's old. She's been here for a long time. She took over
Giving me granny vibes from Baby Looney Tunes.
Yeah, very much so. She's actually the one that kind of took over the daycare last and kind of remodeled it into a place where kids can come and be safe and everything, and did this whole kind of vibe of giving us all different kinds of food names. I'm a little bit of an exception, but she actually changed the name of the daycare to the Kids Kitchen.
We're eating children.
All the kids learn how to cook, and it's got kind of like a home ec after like a certain age. That we
teaching them skills to be useful around home.
Exactly. She's been there for a long time. Very old hobgoblin.
Yeah, absolutely. So out the back door, you see a much older hobgoblin come through the doors. She's affixed with glasses. She's got her hair up in a bun because, as anyone knows, kids love pulling hair. She's got this nice, easygoing gown, and she has a nice wooden cane that she keeps with her. We don't know if it's for support or for whacking a kid once in a while, but you know how old ladies can be sometimes. But she comes out, she goes, "Oh, Mr. Pocket, what a wonderful sight."
And Mr. Pockets is just rolling in the on the dirt with these kids, just making an absolute mess. And he goes, "Hey, Miss W, it's good to see you. I'm back."
She turns around and goes, "Mr. Wolby, we seem to have a visitor."
"Oh boy, Wolby's here."
And about this time, Val, what are you doing?
Val's walking on up, just striding on up to like the front fences of everything. She's been kind of swiveled the whole time, just taking in the town to see where everything needs to be and what needs to happen. How long are we going to be at the daycare?
However long you want to be.
Yeah. Val's going to go walk up and kind of sit next to the front door and just like into the ground, just start. I would like to cast a glyph of warding, but it takes like an hour.
Okay. Yeah,
and that's
I would
what
say
Val wants to do is go ahead and just put that glyph up.
Yeah, absolutely.
As Val's working on the glyph, I think Mr. Pockets is like, "Hey everybody, it's Miss Val. Say hi, Miss Val." And like all the kids are just like, "Hi, Miss Val.
Hi, babies."
And so is this something that you're like etching into the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It will explode.
Guaranteed.
Did you just put a glyph in front of the stairs that will explode if someone steps on it?
It is. What I really liked about this is how specific it is. So it can cover an area of the surface no larger than 10 feet. Where is it? I get to decide what triggers the spell.
Sure. What's your trigger?
Essentially anything with malicious intent to the town. Right?
Okay.
And wait,
That's not bad.
I do believe that there was more to that. I can further refine it.
Sure. What type of magic is it?
It is abjuration. It's School of Abjuration.
Abjuration? Okay.
Abjuration.
As you're drawing in the dirt, Calloway's going to walk up. He goes, "So your town's in shambles and you're playing in the dirt?"
If you don't have anything
Seems like
helpful to say, please move on.
Oh, everything I say is helpful.
I'm sure. Val's not playing the game right now. Val's doing what she's supposed to do. Like, there's not a lot she can do. She is just the middle child of her family.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, nothing about the house nobility is going to get her anything.
He's going to stare at it for a moment, and it looks like he's trying to contemplate what it is that you're doing here. It's a nat 20. He goes, "Oh, so you did learn a little something."
Whatever you're playing, I'm not doing it right now. It's funny. It's fun, the back and forth, right? But right now, I've got better things to do than waste my time talking to wasted potential. So if you could move on and we can just get this done with, that'd be fantastic.
All the kids and Mr. Pockets in the background.
The only thing we're wasting here is our time.
I don't see this as waste. The children matter.
Fine. I guess we're going to go to the Cauldron's Rest, and I guess we'll catch the rest of you there. Please don't take too long.
At some point.
And about
And
that,
then Jeff goes, "What? I kind of wanted to play with the kids.
They like hide and seek.
Come on, Jeff.
Calloway goes, whatever. Cauldron's Rest. Don't be late. And then he kind of storms off because he didn't have his way.
That sucks. He can pout.
He's pouting.
And about that time, I guess Gladio and
Yep, so about that time, as Calloway is walking away, you guys are entering as he's walking by.
I see him and I go,
As you walk up, the kids and Mr. Pockets are like, "Look, it's Ned and Gladius. Go and tell them say hi, kids." And they're like, "Hi, Ned." And they go back to playing. Like
This,
vicious animals.
I look over to Calloway and I go, You done with your business here already? You heading out?
He's pouting. He's not getting his way.
Oh,
You just see a middle finger as he walks away.
Gladio's ears are pinned at this side eye.
Skin.
I kind of make eyes with Blackjack, like,
Gladiolus, as y'all are entering the fenced-in area and everything, this tiny little tabaxi toddler runs up to you and goes, "You're just like me.
I am. You are so right.
How do I get to be big and strong like you?"
Well, eat all of your vegetables, I think.
Mr. Pockets gives a thumbs up.
Yeah, and Val also, from like the glyph writing, also throws up a thumbs up.
Little
And then-
pause is him like looking for Mr. Pockets, like,
And the other
Right.
little three, the
Right.
other little 3 or 4 kids around her goes, "Ew, vegetables."
Gladio's like crouched down as low as he can go right now.
And this little
right?
toddler goes, "Shut up. I'm going to be big and strong and I'm going to beat you all up and I'm going to eat all the vegetables I can eat." And then they all run off.
I like how invested we are in ensuring that Mr. Pockets' kids have like fantastic influences. I want that known right now.
I like to think the whole town. I think I really like to think this town puts the kids up. They're the future, you know.
Yeah.
I know she's not here, but does Daphne like color with the kids?
Oh, absolutely. She's like a little teacher.
Hide and seek
Yeah, this
champion.
is absolutely a family generational business town.
I feel like
There's a lot of families here who have carried businesses on for multiple generations and it's passed along. Families sometimes marry and some businesses have merged and yeah, there's a lot of like blood and culture here.
I feel like us being orphans as kids, we definitely like went to this daycare.
Yeah,
it kind
absolutely.
of makes sense.
Sure,
So-
but there's like different
yeah.
caretakers. There's like this little mural on the wall of all the different caretakers over the years.
It's like Mount Rushmore. It's like Mount Rushmore, but old ladies.
Hey, Mr. Woolby,
Yeah.
we saw the flower shop. Is everything all right?
Well, yeah. But I figured my skills would be much useful here.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to see that your flower shop is still doing good, you know?
It's all right.
How are you keeping all of the kids occupied while the flower shop's closed?
Well, Mama will be helping out, but some of the kids are here playing too.
Yeah, this is our acquaintance Blackjack. He was actually wanting to inquire some about the shop. If you've got some time to talk about it, you know.
Yeah, well, as he said, the name's Blackjack. It's a pleasure to meet you, Wolby. Well, the pleasure's all mine. And what can I do for you? Well, Mr. Wolby, I was wondering if you carried any kind of like exotic plants or anything like that. I'm looking for some rare stuff. You know, I tinker with herbs and stuff like that, and was just wondering if something was like that in your inventory. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint, but it's mostly just flower arrangements, for ceremonies and special gifts and holidays and arrangements. So I'm sorry I couldn't be of much more help. Well, that's all right. I appreciate your time anyways. And Blackjack looks to you and goes, well, that's all I needed.
Well, I guess we'll see you at the tavern unless you want to.
We are supposed. Okay, listen, I don't agree with Bluefin 99.9% of the time. Okay, we cannot have them all leave with Daphne.
Oh, fair. Well,
It's Daphne.
Well, Blackjack, we're gonna hang out with the kids for a moment before we head to the tavern. So, if that's cool with you, I guess.
Yeah, sure. I can just wait out front.
All right, kids. You know what time it is. Who wants to go high? I do this with the kids all the time. Whoever can fit and get around me, they're gonna hop on to my small fairy body, and then I'm gonna turn into a giraffe.
Val, as you are drawing your sigils wards into this ground,
Takes a good hot minute.
something in your periphery catches your eye. About 4 feet of giraffe neck and head sticking above the building.
Looking good, Ned.
What does your animal shapes look like? Do you give them different color fur, different patterns? What makes it unique to you?
Dude,
They have cool hair.
for some reason, one, they sparkle, but all of them have zebra stripes. They're not all black and white. They're just, think of that animal, but instead of its usual spots, it's just zebra stripes. And then when Val says that to me, I make a giraffe sound.
What sounds do giraffes make, Ned?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, it is it. Insert giraffe noises here.
And then I just kind of slowly go around. There's like kids on my back, and they're going, we're high.
So you're doing the whole thing where you like pick kids up with your head and they slide down your neck and
Like I said, they know what this is. It's time to go high. They go, give me uppies. And I'm like, let's go.
They go low, I go lower.
So you guys hang out for a bit. Was there anything else that Ned and Gladiolus wanted to do?
I noticed Mr. Pockets also come up and take a ride, but I don't say anything. Come on, bud.
I'm like swinging around his neck, my giant arms. I'm like a hula hoop.
We're actually just a circus for the daycare.
Why did you pick giraffe?
It's the highest thing I could think of.
Such a wild pick. And he's got zebra stripes. It's so wild. I definitely hang out with the kids until towards the end of outside time, because right after outside time is nap time. The kids there's always a couple of them that hate going to nap time. And that is when I cast the spell sleep.
You were just gonna drug the kids.
This is
They've
called
also been tuckered out. So
just arcane NyQuil all the kids.
what's the saving throw?
So with sleep, it's not necessarily a saving throw. It's I roll an amount of hit points, and then whatever hit points I get over, they fall asleep.
Sure, we'll say.
They're all kids, so
Yeah.
and it's 5d8 that I roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how many kids go to sleep on 2d20s. I'm gonna say there's like 40 kids here. So 32 of the kids went to sleep and went to sleep on their own. So there's still like 8 kids. So easy enough, right?
Boom, yeah. I rolled like 25 hit points. There's no way any
no.
of those kids are bagging.
They all went out like a light. There are little tiefling kids, little elf kids, little dwarven kids. I mean, there's just a whole array here. And there's all kinds of different snores and shoes, and it's cute and adorable.
My sleep spell, by the way, is like a song. It's like a cute little lullaby thing. It's not me just going sleep, and the kids going to sleep.
Not just Vulcan death grip and they just conk out.
And after all of them go to
Yeah,
bed,
absolutely. A little lullaby.
after all of them go to bed, Mr. Pockets reverts to his middle form, his like full human size, and he's like, "Alrighty, what's next on the agenda? Now that I know all the kids are good, I'm feeling all right."
Well, if I'm not mistaken, the next goal is to meet at the tavern and figure out the next plan.
I would like to point out that, the people we're supposed to be watching, Daphne's watching most of them.
I'm sorry if they like me better.
Well, you see, Blackjack. This is what this place is all about, and having a big monster just run amok. This is what we're endangering.
Blackjack is gone at this point. That man ran off.
Jeff wasn't paying attention when you started singing. Jeff's out too.
I'll wake Jeff up. I'll give him a little slap to the face. Be like, "Hey Jeff, hey buddy, you all right?" Hey,
Boy, that was a good lullaby.
I know. Come on, get yourself up. Did you have fun with the kids?
Oh, these kids are awesome.
They are.
I see why y'all do
They
this.
really are. Come on, bud. We're supposed to be heading to the tavern next.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, let's go.
And there's like two little kids who had fell asleep on either side of Jeff, and he kind of like eases his way up, and you put a pillow in there, and they kind of lay their head on the pillow.
I feel like two kids fell asleep on the back of the giraffe, and I reach my long ass neck around, and I just like bite their shirts and bring them down to the ground.
If that is that is amazing.
And I look to Honey and Mayo, and I'm like, "You guys got this for a little bit?"
Yeah, now that they're all tuckered out, this should be an easy cake to bake.
It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. Can't be lazy.
Shake your ass, bitch.
Shit ass, man. All right. I'll leave it to y'all then.
All right, Mister.
And the great thing about the goblins is that they're all proficient in a different kind of like home ec skill. So one teaches baking, one teaches, how to clean clothes, and one teaches cleaning house and stuff like that. The other one teaches gardening.
Oh yeah. At that point, I'm heading out. I believe Nedrick was saying something to Blackjack. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll turn to Black. Well, no, he was waiting out front. Never mind.
Well, you were still outside. I
Yeah. So
took the kids in.
So you've had about enough time to finish your ward.
Yep.
So as you guys start to make your way,
there's one thing to be noted about the ward. I can choose if it explodes or if it just activates a prepared spell that gets stored into it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of the thing where I get to refine it. So I'm gonna make sure that no one in the town gets hurt. So I am gonna store like fucking spirit guardians in it.
Great. How long does that last?
The glyph itself,
I think it's a long time.
it is a long time. The glyph of warding takes me an hour. Duration until dispelled.
Is there a range or anything that you have to stay within?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
It's literally like planting a
Cool.
pack of C4.
And it lets you know when it goes off, right?
I think-
Even like in between planes, I'm pretty sure too.
That's awesome.
It's wild. Mr. Pockets gonna make sure that ward works. And he's like, "Valid, looking like it's good."
It looks fantastic because of course it does.
Jumps into the middle of it. Yep. Seems good. Good job.
Nothing happens.
Yeah. Anything malicious to the town.
I expect nothing less.
A little over an hour of time has passed, so we're going to go switch back to the Daphne and Dad scene as you guys are making your way over to the Cauldron's Rest, and you enter in. It seems kind of busy with it being midday, but it seems like most of these people here, what you would normally see in a tavern, travelers, adventurers, etc. This is mostly townspeople, probably on some kind of break. Shift working. They came in for a bite to eat. Everyone's covered in some kind of like dirt or rubble, dust. They're all been working their asses off and just need a drink to get through the second half of this day or bite to eat. It's a little busy. What would y'all like to do?
I pulled my dad up to the actual bar. And is Leah like behind us? Is she has she not come in yet? I know she said she was coming with us or falling behind.
I mean, yeah, she was walking loosely behind you guys. She didn't know how to get there. So yeah, she was following, but she wasn't like in the party.
Do I see her behind me, like with my robot eyes?
Sure. As you guys make your way up to the bar, shortly after she walks in as well. And she walks over to a random table and she puts her hands on the table and looks at the three gentlemen sitting here And they all shake a little bit and grab their drinks and go somewhere else. And she sits down on the table, kicks her boots up, and takes one of their mugs that they left behind and starts drinking it.
Dad, we got a table. I see as I point to Leah. I wave over to Deb and I'm like, beautiful, hello.
You see Deb, she's got 2 trays in her hand, and in her hand she's got like empty mugs interlocked in multiple fingers.
Ooh, she's fierce.
Yeah. And Debs looks over. Oh, Daphne, what a wonderful surprise. I'll be right over there, hun.
Take your time. Take your time.
And as you see Deb, she is a voluptuous, herringon bunny mommy.
You give him one hot bunny and he turns it into a fetish, dude. I swear to God.
Yeah, I made this character.
We do not kink shame.
A little bit.
Y'all all know Deb. She's also got kids that go to the daycare and whatnot.
She's a MILF.
Total MILF.
Oh, Lord. She married?
She's a bilf.
Is there a Mr. Debs?
Bunny,
no.
I'd like
say
to
no.
fluff.
Say no.
Okay.
Say no.
Even she's married, odd she's not.
Is that a 5? That's a 5.
She's not married.
She's not
Single
married.
mom
Single
who
moms
works
in your
2 jobs.
I'll give her a third
Job?
That's the last thing I'd want.
of the hand variety.
You're gonna give her a hand job.
We don't judge.
Are y'all going over to Leah's table?
Yes. I waved Deb. Take your time. Whenever you get a chance, let me get 3 of your strongest drinks, and we're gonna be over there with that big, beautiful woman as well.
Leah kills the rest of the tankard that she's holding, and she looks at you and goes, I like the way you party.
I'm so glad that you said that, actually. I got us 3 of the strongest drinks, so this is gonna be fun. Did we have what's his name?
Holloway?
Yes, he here. Is he
He's
still
pouting. I don't know.
They'll
He's
They're
gonna
coming,
storm
okay.
his way there
they'll eventually
I know if
work
he got
their
here.
way in.
Okay, I know if he got here before.
But yeah,
he did.
so you and Pops grab a chair and sit at this table. Leah's just kind of eyeballing the whole crew, the
feel safe.
whole room. You know, just as Leah would be as a great bodyguard, just casing the whole place, and you can tell that brain never stops working.
As I sit down, or I really sit on top of the table, in the middle of Leah and my dad, and I look at Leah. I'm like, so did you guys join together? Are you also in like this group because you owe something? What's your story?
What's your story?
Tell me about you.
Enough about all of this work and stuff.
Forget the town.
What makes Leah Leah? You know?
What makes Leah Leah? Leah goes, I have a unique set of skills that keeps Mr. Kelsey safe. Mr. Kelsey's funds keeps my pockets lined. That is our agreement.
I like that. Dad, are you there for the same reasons, technically? Maybe. Are you also low on money? You can tell me if you are.
Daphne, you know that's the only reason I fight in the pits. It makes the most money.
I like to think that it was a different reason. Okay. Well, I think there's a different way to do that. But then Daphne looks at Leah's like, do you also, like, I'm gonna assume yes, but do you also fight in the pits?
Mr. Kelsey would prefer not to damage his most prized bodyguard.
No, I get it. Absolutely.
But I've been known to rough a few people up now and then, you know, for fun.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Would you say that you're good at arm wrestling?
She just looks at you blankly, and she lifts her left arm, and she flexes and looks at her bicep, and then looks back at you. What do you think? And then puts her arm back down.
That's great. I love that. And Daphne stands up on the table and she makes a grand gesture with her hands. It's like, and in a loud, sweet voice, she goes, "We all look bored. Who wants to arm wrestle a beautiful woman for 15 gold?
You were so
You're
loud, by
talking
the
to
way.
the wrong one. Caitlin is the gambler.
I'm pretty sure I gave you all like 350 gold each or something like
Yeah.
that. Okay.
I don't know if like gold was like
I didn't even know if we
20s or
had
something.
gold because I was not
A few
as
gold-
present during the character creation part, but I was waiting for
So-
like 3 million gold.
From what I
No,
understand, like 5 to 10 gold can build a modest house, right?
Yeah. As you make this proposition, majority of the people here seem to kind of grunt and groan as they've been laboring for the last, I don't know,
money.
8-10 hours. They've been up since the crack of dawn. There's a couple of fellas at the bar who are a little drunker than they should be for midday beer. And they go, yeah, I'll take that bet.
Come on. And she jumps down from the table and she goes behind Leah and she goes close to her ear and is like, I think we can make a good deal here. Let me know if you need some help. Wink. And then she goes back around. It's like, let's go.
As this guy
one.
gets up off his bar stool, he stumbles a little bit and face plants into the table that he just stood up in front of.
Ooh.
Stood up too fast. This guy seems to be drinking for multiple reasons.
Can somebody
But,
help him up?
I mean, yeah, a couple of patrons, they kind of pick him up and sit him on the bar stool and he puts his head back down. The vibe in this room is definitely not a party vibe. Your dad kind of pulls you down from the table and he goes, hey, daughter of mine,
Say with love.
my lovely daughter.
Thank you.
Seems like these people are going through a hard time.
I
Your
guess
heart is in the right place, but there's always a time and a place. Right now, asking people to bet what little money they have after they just lost everything is not the time and place.
whatever. And Daphne gets down and she turns and she goes back to the bar and then she looks at Deb. She's like, Debs, do you need any help?
While your dad was still talking to you, he goes, now, if you want to improve everyone's mood, why not buy them around?
You know what? You are right.
Your dad speaks up. Can I get everyone's attention, please? My lovely daughter here would just like to apologize for the interruption. And in doing so, she would like to buy everyone around. And everyone's eyes actually kind of light up a little bit and goes, yeah, Daphne.
Took my money. Debs, everybody gets the strongest thing in here. I'm buying, you're drinking.
It'd be like 3 gold for that many drinks. Yeah.
Daphne even helps serve everybody drinks, takes the empty mugs away.
Look at you. And everyone's getting a little more cheerful. You're doing it with a smile on your face.
Tee-hee.
Debs looks over at you and gives you a little wink.
I'm trying to lighten the mood.
And about that time, Calloway walks in.
And the mood gets worse.
No drink for him.
I'm guessing that Daphne does see him through one of her many eyes and waves him over. Is like, come on. I don't know where the rest of you are. That might be a problem in the future. Anyways, you want a drink?
Calloway looks over at Leah's drink and goes, I'll have what she's having.
Excellent. And Daphne sits him at a table, grabs a drink from Deb, of course, pays her, and then steps in front of him.
And then after y'all finish handing everything out, you know, everyone's got a fresh drink in their hand, and it's you, Calloway, your dad, and Leah at the table. Anything particular you want to chat about, or just kind of filing people in?
I'm looking at Calloway. I'm like, so your +1 isn't with you? You know, you're good.
Jeff? No, Jeff wanted to play with the kids.
Not Jeff. Your little boo thing.
Oh, you mean Val?
I'm glad. Yeah. Are y'all fighting?
No, she just likes playing hard to get.
I say that all the time. And she's just like, whatever.
She does that to me all the time.
All the time. I'm glad. So how did you guys meet?
Oh, we went to school together.
You guys go so back.
She was a little teacher's pet.
Aw. That's cute. I like that. I'm glad you guys are reconnecting. Are you planning on staying? Are you trying to recruit her? Because I kind of can't let you do that.
Work with Val? I would never.
Ugh.
I'm only here because Mr. Kelsey made it so.
Yeah, she is a little prim and proper, kind of, you know. The nobility shows is all I'm going to say. But that's...
She thinks she's in charge of everything.
She thinks she's in charge of everything.
It's annoying.
Here's another drink.
You guys clink. Chit chat goes on. Your dad's just kind of sitting there, you know, moving the ice around in his drink or something. Who knows? And then Blackjack walks in. At this point, Leah just stands up and grabs another table that 2 people were sitting at and just leaves them in their chair, but pulls the table over.
So they're just sitting.
They're just sitting in an open floor.
Thank you, Leah. Do you think I can get Calloway drunk enough to spill secrets?
Just try it.
That's what I'm asking if I can do that. I'm trying to see if that's like something I may have to roll for. Like,
Crazy enough, this is D&D. You have to roll for a lot of things.
yeah, but I'm asking what am I going to roll for?
Tell me what you want to do. And
I
I'll tell
want to
you.
get him drunk enough to spill any secrets that he knows about the one in charge. Like if he knows.
So let's say you keep ordering rounds. And he goes, I think we need to slow down. We still got plenty of work ahead of us.
Yeah, but like it's late in the day anyways. So we're probably
It's
not going to.
not even noon yet.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Hey, it doesn't matter. We'll get it done. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it.
Make me a persuasion roll.
Watch. 12.
I think I'm good. I think I'm just gonna sip on this. And what are we doing? Are we not supposed to be collecting information? Are y'all not supposed to be helping this town? Why are we just sitting here?
Okay, we can do that at any time. Why are you so eager? God, pussy. Sorry, that was mean.
Your dad looks at you and gives you a stern look. The look that says, I raised you better than that.
I'd be damned.
I didn't say anything. Well, yeah, they're actually out getting information right now.
Fantastic. So at this point, as you guys have left the daycare, you're making your way over to Cauldron's Rest.
Yo,
Is there any other places you want to pit stop before you get there?
no.
Nope.
So you all make your way into Cauldron's Rest, and you see that the tables have been conjoined. These are square tables, not round
Tables have been
tables.
turned, you would say?
And you see pretty much everybody except you 3 there. It's Jeff, Val, and Mr. Pockets, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, and you 2.
I'm about to say
And
they got-
Blackjack.
And
Blackjack's already walked in.
Yeah,
Okay.
or the 5
So
of
yeah,
us.
the other half of the crew has now made it to the Cauldron's Rest, and you all kind of bump into each other as you come in. And
Oh, we're drinking. We're drinking.
On the job.
And what about it?
So I don't know if you've actually seen the town, but it's kind of in shambles right now.
Val's going to the bar. I'm going to go talk to our lovely.
Beautiful.
I'm going to go talk to Debs.
great. What's everyone else doing while she has this conversation?
What do you say? We just find a place to sit, I guess.
The 2 guys who are just sitting in chairs holding their drinks in their lap. Leah gets up, walks over, picks up their chairs. They stand up, look down in their drink, and then Leah walks over with 2 more chairs.
Guess we're gonna sit in those 2 chairs.
Really?
I walk over to the 2 guys that are just sitting there standing with their beers, and I'm like,
Sitting there standing.
hey, it's all right there, guys. I'm sorry that your chairs got taken. That really sucks. How about a hand job?
A what?
An old HJ. And I lead them to the bathroom.
What the fuck is happening?
What are you doing? I'm gonna go jack off some dudes.
I didn't know Mr. Pockets was for the streets.
Mr. Pockets is a people pleaser.
I was just gonna wild shape into a table and chairs.
You should still do that, and I'll do my thing.
All right. 1d20 for each guy. Evens they go for it, odds they don't.
They're gonna be both even.
16 and a 2.
Yeah, I'm jacking off dudes. That's right, folks. Pockets jacks off dudes.
They look at each other, look back at their drinks, look at you, they look back at each other, shrug their shoulders, and go.
Hell yeah.
This happens every time.
Yeah, that's normal.
Stop.
Listen,
Val hasn't even
noticed?
when the kids
The
are
dice have
safe,
spoken.
When the kids are safe and Mr. Pockets is off the clock, Mr. Pockets earns that name.
When he's off the clock, he's on the cock.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
Pockets the bottom.
He's everything.
Oh, okay, good for him.
He'll anything in this room. That chair. He'll fuck it,
I just wild shaped to a table and chairs.
and I'm gonna fuck that table.
No, I go and I sit down.
I like to believe I fucked that giraffe once.
So you're up there talking to Miss
I'm going to go
Debs.
talk to Miss Debs.
And Miss Debs sets down some empty trays. And, Val, dear, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, mamas. How are you doing?
Though the town is in shambles, business is good.
On the topic, what's the rundown?
I mean, I've heard little bits and bobs, but with it being so busy, I haven't had time to really communicate with these guys as much as I like to. I mean,
You know how I operate, bits and bobs. Gets
So-
further than nothing.
a few nights ago, something came in the middle of the night. Honestly, it felt like an earthquake. Mm-hmm. I mean, everything was. That's why I'm using all these cheap tankards now. Most of my glass broke.
Oh. Anyone hurt, like intentionally, like attacked? Or
No.
was there anything missing? Has anything...
From what I know, no one was targeted, but yeah, there's a lot of injured folks.
but like
Unfortunately,
collateral hurt.
you know, I've heard some people are missing. Some people did perish. Mm-hmm. But it's hard to even think about the dead right now with
Everything else has to be handled.
right. I mean, just some of these buildings. I mean, it looks like something took a bite out of some of these buildings.
Well, thank you, Miss Debs. I hope you and the children are doing exceptional. And she's just going to put like a nice little gold right there on the counter. And she's going to turn around. And she's going to, all right, I'm going to Alcinia, who's coming with me.
I'm going.
And that's what I thought.
Mr. Pockets comes walking out of the bathroom, flicks some cum off,
He washed it. Please tell me he washed his hands.
prestidigitates the cum away. He's not dirty anymore and says, "Yeah, I'm on the way. I'm here with you."
I'm going to go see Casanova.
I pick up the table and put it on my back.
So they're
Mr.
getting
Pockets,
Yeah.
a lot of things got damaged. Can we not take property this time?
No,
that's Ned.
That's Ned.
Check this out.
Fantastic.
I didn't know he could do that.
I
But
didn't know either.
I don't think it hurts anything.
Doesn't hurt any of you.
Then
Then why are you doing it?
does Ned need a hand job?
No.
Would it be a hand or would it be like,
So with Ned being
Whatever
so
he needs.
small, there's actually like a piece of a ring of like wetness on them, where it looks like someone had set their tankard on that table.
I'm trying to rub it out of my forehead.
I've been there, bud.
Val turns to the rest of our unfortunately invited group. I'm going to the clinic. We're getting information. Would anyone else like to come with me, or are you all just going to sit here and drink all day? Since apparently that's what you're doing.
how drunk are they so far?
Calloway's holding his drink.
That was such a pointed statement. At
Calloway's sitting there
Calloway.
holding his drink like with his elbow on the table and it's near his face, and he looks over at Daphne and makes eye contact. And he points his drink towards you, goes, "I told you so." And then he chugs the rest of his drink, slams the glass down, and he gets up. "Can we move on, please?"
That's what I'm trying to do, and you're sitting here drinking.
Oh, we've been waiting on you.
I was
Well,
doing
let's-
things. You haven't been doing anything.
Let's head
This isn't
out.
my town.
Let's go.
We're supposed to
everyone needs a release.
behave.
Mr. Pockets.
I'm sorry. Listen, I was really on an edge for a really long time. I'm sorry. I'll focus back in.
Go.
Just for a little bit longer, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
we'll let you go.
The tavern's always here.
Yeah.
I look at Debs and go, I gotta walk.
As
Yeah.
Gladio's walking by, I just kind of get up and flap my wings and float back over to his shoulder.
Table?
I didn't know I could do it.
I've fucking seen things.
Yeah, so
table.
you guys set out towards the hospital/infirmary area. Anything on the way?
I'm looking at these buildings. I'm looking at the damage.
Hospital infirmary is also very centralized. The blacksmith is nearby.
On the
That's
on the way there, as Ned sees different damages and stuff, he's high up now, being on Gladio's shoulder. He's got good.
sure.
Good
If anyone
guy.
wants to actively like investigate or perceive
I want to. That's yeah.
this-
So I want
the
to
damage around here, go ahead and make a roll.
I want to get an idea for what kind of, like, is it quadrupedal, bipedal? Does it, how heavy is it? Anything that I can discern about the beast from the damage that I see.
Sure. Perception.
For me too.
I would say if you're perceiving specifically about the beast, survival. If you're just looking at the damage, and I would say investigation.
All right, bet. I got a +0 on both of those. You ready? Go ahead, Tyler.
16.
Let me see if I can beat that.
We're gonna just go with
No.
21.
We're gonna go with
Can you
survival.
do something? Sorry.
The 15
So much.
Okay.
survival.
Gladiolus.
Oh, I got a 1.
All right. So Ned, Daphne, and Val. Mm-hmm. Let's start with Ned. What are you looking for specifically?
I'm looking for paw prints. I'm looking in the sides of the building where it may have rammed into. I want to see if it has horns. I want to see if it's just ramming its skull into things. Does it stand on 2 legs, 4 legs? How
Sure.
far apart are the legs if they are? And just kind of get an idea for how big it is.
Does it drag its balls?
So as you're checking all of this out, it has no legs that you can see of. No, there's no footprints or paw prints. There's no prints. As you kind of like focus in on the ground, you haven't really paid attention up until now, but you see that the streets kind of bevel to a bowl shape, and you see scratch marks that run along these buildings.
So
Looks like something dense and pointy was dragging as it went.
does it
It's the cock.
does it look like it's happening on both sides of the street and it's like even both ways down? So
Yeah.
like,
It looks like it was bumping back and forth.
oh, it's a
You know that one episode of SpongeBob? You know the one, right? The Alaskan bullworm? Is it that? Does it look kind of like that? Is
It was
there a
the
dude
first
that's
thought I
like?
had.
Is there a dude that's like? He ate my butt.
But that's about what you determine.
okay.
Daphne, with your 21.
I was basically trying to see if it was just trying to cause destruction, or if it had, or if it was like making its way to a certain destination. Like, for example, if it was just causing destruction, like if literally everything was in shambles and like every part, every
Yeah,
building.
so of the damage you've seen so far and the travel path that you've picked up on, it seems a bit chaotic. It doesn't seem like there was any one particular target. Val, what were you trying to perceive?
So essentially kind of what Ned was already doing, but on like a lower scale, because I have mending as a cantrip. And I was just gonna I can just keep
I mean,
casting
yeah,
it as a
there's little
cantrip.
things that you could just mend
Yeah,
along
as
the
we're
way.
As we're walking.
But putting the corner back on a building,
I can go it by a foot at a time, but that would take forever. So it is just like the chunks of stuff where you can just, as you're walking, just go and fix it.
now some of these buildings missing chunks, since y'all rolled so well, is some of these buildings are 2 stories high, and it looks like something just came down and just bit out a whole quarter of a top floor of a building.
It can fly.
We were sent out as cannon fodder. I hope everyone has realized that at this point. Cannon fodder.
Well, I mean, what makes you think that? We've handled big monsters in the past.
This is a little bit more, I think, than what we've usually seen. The Chimera was big. It was not that big.
It's true.
I hate to say it, but should anything this big even be allowed to exist? It's destructive.
Well, hey, hold on there now. I don't think we get to decide something like that, but
Well, maybe not.
maybe it has a place, you know?
Hey, Ned.
Daphne, give me a history check. Are you proficient in history?
No.
Fuck no, you idiot.
I'm
Go ahead and
actually
make me a history check.
17. Stupid.
Not only is she not proficient, she's got a negative in it.
She's got a negative in history. She actually sees into the future.
She's actually got a negative in history, so she's stupid.
So,
very stupid.
being that
When was the Civil War?
being that a lot of your skills is divine based, not a lot of time spent studying, but hasn't stopped you from picking up the occasional book for funsies or just hearing tales and such. And as you kind of look at one of the buildings across the street, you see something stuck in the wall, and like a switch in your head, it flips. And you walk over to it, and this spike is it's brownish red in color, and it's probably about 3 feet in diameter.
Can I?
And what clicks is a purple worm.
Purple worm.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Daphne?
And the traveler pops into your head. Well, this is getting more interesting. Maybe I shouldn't be spending so much time with Doug.
I told you that anyways. That's interesting. How big is it? How big is the worm at the moment?
Judging off of all of this, purple worms are massive.
Massive.
They are considered usually gargantuan, which can be roughly anywhere from like 25 to 35 feet in diameter.
Can I pull it out? Pull the, I'm guessing.
Spike?
Yeah.
Your cock?
Well, it's pretty.
Sure, you know what? Leah picks up on what you're doing and is going to come over and give you a hand. Roll with advantage.
What am I rolling for again? Just a flat roll?
Strength check.
9.
Did you roll it twice?
Oh shit. Fuck. 8. So 9.
Yeah, so Leah's trying to give you a hand and realizes that you're more in the way than you are helping.
When I hang.
So Leah takes a step behind you, grabs you around the waist, picks you up, sets you to the side, and takes out a javelin and crams it into the crack between the wall and the spike, and grabs the top of the spike, and just one swift motion, 22, she just pops it out, like pulling a kid's baby tooth out.
Like Daphne turns to her, like, y'all saw that.
I saw it.
Yeah. I witnessed both eyes.
And then it just
Wide
kind of
open.
and then it just kind of thuds to the ground.
I pick it up and I look at Leah and I say, "Thank you, Leah."
How much are they paying you?
Leah looks at you and goes, "If you have to ask."
I can't afford it. I'm aware of that one. Thank you. That's fair. That's fair.
Maybe we could. No, she. So Daphne takes it and she examines it a little bit more. Alrighty. So group huddle. Look what I found. And she holds up the spike. Basically, is like,
You can't lift it.
For the listeners, Phoenix just picked up what looked to be a toothpick in her finger. She held her fingers together like a very tiny Tic Tac was in her
I
hand.
imagine it was like this, maybe a little bit bigger than
He
that.
said 3 foot.
So you didn't listen to the description
This is
at
a
all.
Fanta bottle.
No, the base of this spike is 2 to 3 feet in diameter, and the tip of it is chipped off, but it's probably 1.5 feet tall.
Oh my god,
It's
that's
like a-
huge.
It's like an Apple Pencil if an Apple Pencil was 2 to 3 feet in diameter.
Can I pick it up? I know I couldn't get it out, but can I pick it up? I don't imagine that it's a tooth. It's like hollow. That's how teeth are, or
It's
whatever.
not a
Is
tooth.
that how teeth are?
What did you say it was a tooth?
Teeth don't
No.
start hollow. That's how cavities happen.
No, I said for Leah, it was as easy as pulling out a kid's baby tooth. Just a little yoink. But for this is a solid spike. This is basically bone material that's hardened.
I got some bone material that can harden.
I think we can all see the spike, right? Like,
Can I take it? I just want to see. I just want to take it. I want it.
Try.
Can I break a piece off of it?
Sure, you can definitely
I
chip
do
it up.
that and give that to Daphne.
There you go.
Thanks. Thanks. You know what? Let's go.
I take it back. Mr. Pockets looks upset at you and says, "Shame on you."
I'm
Was it
sorry,
kind of like,
Mr.
was it like
Fox.
a shiny spike?
So
I broke off a piece. Couldn't grab the whole thing, but at least I got a piece.
and as soon as
take it back.
you gave it to her, she's like, "Let's leave."
I'll take it back. It's mine now.
So Calloway walks over and goes, I guess the cat's out of the bag.
The big
No pun
fucking
in-
cat.
No pun intended.
There
That
wasn't a pun.
That
in
was
any
a
way.
joke against me.
I pat Gladio's head.
His little tail's doing that little pop, pop, pop.
We're after a purple worm.
What do you need a purple worm for a pet for?
That was going to be cute.
That's stupid. It's stupid. It's up there in stupid.
We're supposed to catch this thing, right? We're not.
Incapacitate so they can return to cinder.
How in the hell? Pardon my French, but how the heck?
Well, an attraction such as a purple worm would bring more business in a single night than we see in a year.
And it got out.
Yeah, if you can keep it in its place.
Keeping it in its place, IT is already working on that.
Are they?
Are they?
Okay.
Something's already drummed up. We just need to get it back so
My
we can
faith is dwindling.
install.
Do you hear that, Mr. Pockets? That's
Hi.
my belief in this situation plummeting.
We just need to get it back so we can install the new upgraded tech.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't think.
Hey, we'll do what we can, bud.
We're gonna just.
Does anyone know how to get a purple worm to
Leah, you're
Come.
impressive. I
Now
don't think
that-
you
now
can
that everyone-
carry
come
this.
here?
Look at buddy.
All I'm saying is, if it comes down to it, capturing that purple worm or saving my hide, I'm out of here.
Now that everyone knows that you're dealing with a purple worm, anyone here proficient in history?
No. I'm so
Negative.
far from that. My intelligence is 0.
No, I have a
I
plus
can
1 in
roll, though.
history.
Yeah, we can roll for history.
Sure.
I got a 10.
A 9.
Oh my god, can I just burn one of my bardic inspirations?
Oh. I roll that again
6.
with lucky. I rolled an 18.
And it's just a d6 for my
Wait,
bardic
who rolled a
inspiration.
19? Go fuck yourself.
Right, that's
Slow
how
down.
this works, right? I can say I'm burning one of my bardic inspirations and just
Yes,
roll an additional
usually
D6.
bardic inspiration is before the roll, not after, but go ahead.
I said I was going to do it anyway. That was regardless. I was going to do that anyway.
Go ahead.
It's an 18.
Yeah. So between Mr. Pockets and Gladiolus and Val, you guys, just kind of spitting off random facts to each other, and you kind of piece it together that great purple worms, they tend to, they always travel underground by consuming the dirt rather than just digging it up. And in doing so, as they excrete all the leftover, what is left over in their bile tracts is that they're loaded with gems and diamonds and all sorts of things, as the dirt and rock that they consume is compressed over and over and over again. They are gem making factories.
Which is great until the whole town collapses.
And also, you know that their tunnels are sturdy and that they are often used as underground highways, as most great purple worms tend to not revisit areas that they've already been to unless it's chock full of prey.
Amen.
So, with all this history you guys know about the purple worms, do they have a home?
Wherever they damn well please.
Yes. Yo mama's house. Sorry.
It's okay, Mr. Pockets.
I'm a comedian. I'm a man of many talents. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
He's not colorful right now, so the humor is.
Aha.
So basically, we either have to lure it with a lot of prey or try to figure out its next move and meet it there, or we could just go in the tunnel and travel real fast.
Didn't we say also that they were attracted to sound?
I mean,
Oh, I'm a loud motherfucker.
Play
it's
bard play.
also something
As
to note.
you go ahead.
It's also something to note that the purple worms are supposed to be underground, and this one was up top
Lot of
eating a
people
whole
up top.
town. That's fucked. That seems like there might be something wrong with this one.
Or maybe they just
As
see the
you-
densely populated towns as prey.
The think tank is happening.
It's
Ned,
thinking.
as you mentioned, jumping in the hole, you guys realize that it kind of all clicks for everyone. That you guys haven't seen any entrance or exits type of holes for this. And as you're pondering that, this little ragamuffin kid leaning up on a wall that no one noticed. Spencer. So I hears you looking for a hole.
Yeah, I heard your mom's got a great one, Spencer.
Hey,
Wow, it's a child.
He's a child.
you want my information or not? Because I don't have to.
Don't.
You know what? You know what?
Val, listen.
I'm in a bad mood. I'm sorry.
I hopped
Spencer.
I'm late for a business meeting.
I hop down
Spencer.
off of Gladio's shoulder so that as I'm standing up, I'm eye to eye with this kid, and I walk over to him. What can you do for us? I apologize for my friend.
I also apologize. That was uncalled for. I'm in a bad mood, Spence. I'm sorry.
They've been real sour.
Well, you know, actions speak louder than words as he rubs his dirty little fingers together.
You know,
and my price just got a lot higher.
I don't think I can do that to kids.
Name your price.
What you got?
What do you want?
I got some gold. I got about 7 pieces to my name.
7?
Mm-hmm.
That's it?
That's the upfront deposit. You get more once I get some information that's worth the money.
Make it 10 deposit. I got mouths to feed.
Spencer, I know your mom. What are you... What?
How about this? We start with 8. If it's good information, I slip 10 on at the end. Total of 18.
Make it at even 20 and you got yourselves a deal.
It just keeps going up.
For a lot.
Okay.
What house is this kid
Okay.
buying?
I just look around. 10 up front, 10 after.
You, sirs, got yourselves a deal. He holds a little sack and he goes, yeah, that feels about right. So word around town is Mr. Bluefin over there is covering some tracks up. See, just outside of town, that's where the worm was coming in and out of that ground.
On which side of town, Spence?
It's over on the east side, near the forest. See, Commander Bluefin's done sent a bunch of his peoples out there, and they've covered up the tracks from that hole out to this town. And I saw you getting out of me.
Do you really need anything else?
Makes me wonder why they're covering up.
Yeah, well, that ain't what you paid for, so pay up.
What are they covering it up for, Spence?
That's gonna cost you extra.
Gladio's going to give this kid 10 at this point.
We don't negotiate with terrorists, Gladio.
He's a
You've
cute
literally
one.
been doing that this whole time, though.
I tell you what, Spence.
I like the way you do business.
Total of 30. Why are they covering up the hole?
I also offer him this worm spike.
What am I gonna do with that? Money talks around here.
You got
Probably
kids to
sell
feed.
it.
Feed them the spike. I don't care what you do with it.
Cool thing. Whatever.
They're not
Yeah,
those
I
kind of
keep
kids, Mr.
I keep
All I can think
Look.
about, though.
I'm grateful.
Look, the
I
rumor
understand
is
something with this worm.
that this thing that attacked us might have kids to feed. And it sounds like Mr. Bluefin wants to turn one into a pet.
Callaway.
Yes, I heard. But it's a few guards versus the entirety of us. So,
No,
Not
I'm
really
talking
a
about
threat.
the possible hatchlings.
oh yes, we'll collect those too and put them on the cargo ship.
Did you guys know that this worm was pregnant?
No, do I look like a great worm doctor to you?
I've
I mean, been walking around like you know
We
everything.
can rewind back.
that seems like big news for the ring, like not only you had a purple worm, but it was pregnant. Like
I mean, it is great news.
Who was the dad?
We now have more than one.
Baby shower.
But here's the other question. You think did you say you wanted to fight the guards?
You're shocked.
No, I'm saying that us versus a town full of guards, we come out on top every time.
We're not fighting the guards.
I'm not saying that you have to.
You're not either.
You are not
But-
either.
We're collecting those hatchlings as well as the one we lost. And it's going to be very profitable for us.
But that puts us.
Because see, once everyone sees the main attraction, everyone's going to want one of their own. And guess what? We're the only ones in the business that owns any.
Guys, if
You also can't keep your one worm in. What makes you think you can keep more than that?
but guys, if
Yeah, that's our business to worry about. We've got that covered.
You made it our business.
that'll surely get us.
Kicked out. Banished.
This is our home.
Look, when it comes down to facing the guards, I don't have to be there.
can we at least talk to Blue Scale first?
Ben.
Blue balls.
So I'm going to let you in on a little secret. When you get in this line of work, we lie.
First of all, you're going to watch your tone with my friend. First and foremost.
Mr. Pocket starts to tear up.
Jeff looks at Calloway with like a what the fuck look.
Second. Any thoughts? It's your dad that's apparently trying to wipe out the town.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Wow, 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 wow.
Oxen steps up and goes,
I wasn't
"Look,
talking to
no
you.
one.
Wait, whoa.
I wasn't talking to you.
Watch your
I'm
mouth.
talking to you.
Watch your mouth. Come over here. Let's.
I'm here,
come
Babs.
come over
All
here.
right, we're coming. Let's go. What is it?
I mean, step away.
Group huddle. Group
No,
huddle.
no, no, no.
Just the two?
Just the
Just the
two.
two. Okay.
All right. So
All right, let's discuss
my
it.
father, he's been in this business for as long as, from what he's told me, it's been a while since I've left. He's been in this business. I don't think that my father.
I want everyone to picture it, though. Val has to bend like over. Like this is like a full spinal bend to get
Perfect
down to
90-degree
Daphne's.
bend.
Yeah, to get down to Daphne's level so they can whisper.
I don't think that he's very much a part of that.
Babies.
If so,
He is. Okay, if.
I want you to know I will do what it takes to protect my father. I need you to lower your tone
The tone's lowered.
when you're talking to my
I'm lowered
pop.
right now talking to you.
So you, your mouth. so we can split up. You take Calloway. I will talk to my father and maybe Leah.
Oh, yeah. We all want to talk to Lee. Look, we're friends. We're friends, Daphne. We're friends. Yeah?
Yes.
All friends. My biggest concern is that there's a massive purple worm.
No, I get that. I'm a
Okay,
little
okay.
worried, scared.
Yeah.
But I do think we can go talk to Bluefin. Like what?
Not.
You
You can. I
Yes.
cannot.
um
I cannot.
I will
That man
take
hates my guts.
I will go talk to Bluefin with Mr. Pockets.
That's a good plan.
Because-
That's a great plan.
And you all distract you, since I'm talking to you, you take the others and you guys distract them and pretend that you're gonna go find the worm while we go and make a plan and interrogate.
And if your dad hits me and I hit him back,
My-
can that just
my-
be fair play?
My father will not hit you.
If he does and I hit him back,
Don't make a stealth check for your whispering. This is an entire conversation.
It's a whole conversation.
It's not 2 or 3 notes and back in the circle. So at this point, everyone is intently listening.
We're gonna end up fighting Daphne.
No, you're not.
Yes. Yeah. Always about my
This
papa.
is just to see if any of the other like Founding Forge guys can hear what's going on.
there it is.
13.
13. Natural 20.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that's majoritively a very well. Let me double check with the rogue.
It's just like,
What's a 22 with my
and
dex?
then we're gonna kill him.
You're gonna fuck up my natural 20?
Dead.
He hears some stuff, but not everything.
Which parts did he hear?
You don't
I don't
know.
get to know.
Calloway goes, look, it was not our intention to set this loose on your town. For that, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, I didn't hear that part. Wait. A little louder.
said, it was not our intention to set this loose on your town.
Caught that part.
There you go.
No, the last part.
And Leah standing there next to him just gives him a really hard elbow in the ribs. I'm sorry.
How'd that taste?
Salty.
It wasn't our intention.
Anyways. Purple worm, bad idea.
But I'm telling you, even after all this is done, with the hatchlings and all, if these guards get in our way, it might be better if you tried to convince them to stand down.
That's what I was saying. I wanted to talk to him.
Before you decided to be rude.
Well, I have some pull. Mr. Kelsey does not like to be messed with.
Heard of someone named Kelsey.
A boy named Sue.
So,
Yeah, we understand that. Me and Mr. Pockets will go and talk him down.
Let's
Does
go,
Mayor
Daphne.
Casanova know this
check
is
on your
going
little
on?
temple thing?
Yes, actually.
Blackjack has now seen your interaction with the kids, and he kind of taps on your knee a little bit, and you look down at him, and he couple buildings down, but he points down, and you see Spencer walking up to the infirmary, and he looks around, and then he sets the bag of gold on the footsteps of the infirmary.
Spencer. A tear falls down.
And then
from
he
Mr.
sprints
Pocket's
off.
eyes. He could not be more proud of one of the kids than he is right now. He sits there and he goes, he puts his long arm, he puts one part of it around Blackfoot's fucking Blackjack's fucking shoulder and goes, that's why we do it. That's it. That's what makes it all worth it right there.
And he just kind of like nudges your arm off of him and goes, all right.
Hey there, it's Tyler. Did you know you could wild shape into furniture? You can at our table. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Legends in Training. The next episode will be the finale of the Ballad of Keyshire. We hope you've been enjoying it so far, and I cannot wait for you to hear what twists and turns we have for you yet. Big shout out to Dakota for taking us through this, as we've had a blast, and of course, huge thanks to our special guest, Kait. After the finale, we'll be picking right back up in Thistleheim, and you won't want to miss how the next part of the season kicks off. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AreWeLegend for updates and more. And of course, do what you can to interact with the show and the episode wherever you happen to be hearing this, because it helps us more than you know. If you're listening on Spotify, there's even a little comment review thing just below the episode itself where you can tell us what you thought of the episode. And we love feedback, as long as it's positive, because there's no telling when I'll meet you in person. Anyways, we'll see you on May 3rd for the Mavala finale. Until next time, we are Legends in Training.